Hey, I'm back. It's Jill Blanchette with Green Thumb Stampers. I've got my third card now for the lovely lavender kit. Let's get started. Here's the card that I made. Okay. It uses an envelope or the other half to this card that we just used in number 2. You can use this piece up here. You can use an envelope. I can't find the pieces that I cut, but I think I told you that I was doing some experimenting and used up all my little bits. So I'm going to use an envelope this time. So I'm just going to show you. We're just going to cut a little smidge off of each side and the bottom. This particular card envelope does not have any decoration on part of it. So you can use this for any scrap white that you're going to need. That works just as well. We're going to cut this down to, I believe I cut on the quarters. So we're going to cut this to 3 3/4 by 5. Save that little piece of envelope. You can use that. Around in your others. So I'm going to pull in a piece of scrap paper, and then I'm going to use this flat butterfly right here. We've got our blending brush, and I'm using the Highland Heather ink. I'm going to try and just keep it soft, and I'm laying this little butterfly in different spots on the paper, and I'm just going to blend around it, and it is going to make them like a image of the butterfly, but you're not really going to be able to tell that it's blended on there because of the background paper, or the design in this paper. The brush strokes are covered up pretty good. So let's see, we might want to go a little bit darker on the next one. Let's see, maybe I used Gorgeous Grape. Pretty sure I used this one, and I'm just not blending hard enough. So let's blend a little bit darker this time around. Be a little more heavy-handed with it. Much better. I think I can lay that back over the top of it. See what we get. Try it again. Let's give it a little bit heavier ink and see what we get. Like I say, you're not really going to see too much of the that kind of mark, your dark splotchy marks. You're not going to see a lot of those because of the way that the paper's all zhuzhed around already. I don't know if that's like the alcohol inking kind of technique, if that's how that looks. But we're just going to do this in a few places. Here, I'm trying not to wiggle the camera for you too much. And they don't all have to be super dark. I just wanted it a little darker on that top one than what it was. And then we're going to do one more, like kind of right about the center, just where I'm going to put the final butterfly at. Right there. And then I took the sprigs, leaves, stem, whatever you want to call this piece from the kit. I'm going to use my Highland Heather again, and I'm just going to stamp around in various spots on it and fill in some of the, let's go this way, fill in some of the background. I'll go this way on this one. I'm just going to put one little one there. So now we got that all squared away. We're going to go ahead and glue these together. So I've got this envelope piece I'm going to glue onto the Highland Heather. And this one, like I said, I did this one on the quarters. My sample I did on the 1/8. So you'll be able to see this piece of Gorgeous Grape is 8.5 by 5.5. So you'll be able to see the difference of the borders around the layers. And that looks pretty good. Then we've colored this butterfly with our inking, but you could flip it over and put it on there in white if you wanted. That would be pretty too. I'm going to cut my dimensional again into some smaller pieces that I can put on just various spots of this butterfly. Actually, I'm just going to do his, what do you call this, his thorax maybe? I'm going to put it down the center of him so that I can get his wings to kind of, I want his wings to sort of be able to bend up a little bit. So I'm going to put him over the coloring that we did. I got my Wink Estella. And I'm just going to color the butterfly. You can color the butterfly before you put it down. Now, if you don't have these butterflies, don't worry about it. You can use any of the pieces from the kit. The lavender would work great, obviously, on this card. I'm just, again, saving your supplies for what they were designed for. You can still use most of your kit that way. Or maybe you've already used up your kit and you're looking for some other ideas. So if you have used up all your cards and envelopes, then stay tuned for the next card, because that's the one where we're going to make some paper that sort of will resemble and take care of our, that inky looking. And I can see that my Wink Estella is not coming out. These are always on back order, so I'm trying to get every last little bit of it out that I can. So, call that good. Then I went with the Love again. I cut a gorgeous grape and a white one. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the white one. It's just random spots. And then I'm going to offset them. I'll put them on my piece of paper so I don't get glue all over everything. And like I say, I'm just going to offset them just a smidge. And let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. And I glued it flat, so then come back and add a little more glue. And then now that you've got the 2 layers on there, you've got a little bit more space that you can put the glue on. I'm going to put that down in the corner at an angle. I forgot my resident creative director did tell me that he thought I needed a little bit more glue on that one, that it was going to catch and pop off. So there we go. We'll put a little more glue on that one. And then I have one of the little tags from the kit. And we will use the width and Gorgeous Grape. And because I've been having trouble lining up my other stamps, I thought I'd show you with this silicone or this glass mat. You can, I got to get it down here better where I could see it. You can line your stamp up like across a line and then pick it up with your block, and then it should be pretty straight for you. So we're using Gorgeous Grape. We're just going to stamp that down. Then I popped it up. Get a little dimensional on the back of that. Pop that up over here. A little With Love. And then on the inside, I just have a white. And so you can see the difference. Here's cutting on the 1/8. Here's cutting on the 1/4. So it's up to you if you want a little more of the border showing or just a little smidge of them showing. But there we go. Oh, and we're going to kind of give our little butterfly a little bit of a twist up so that even in the envelope, it should stay up a little bit. And if you wanted, you could stick a little piece of dimensional under them, and then it definitely won't go flat on you. But there you go. There's our 3rd card.